when I first started doing what I do, nutritionist, actually before I started doing what I do, I was strict nutritionist, just the food thing. And I realized pretty quickly, like within a few months, that health and happiness were a way bigger picture than food. I know food is the hot topic, and I know that philosophy and ethics is not a hot topic. When I graduated from college and they announced the philosophy degrees, there was 7 of us. I realized that it wasn't about food. That inspired my first book, Approaching the Natural, which this much is on food and the rest is not about food. So over the years, and it's been a while now, I have tried to downplay food with clients and in talks and everything else, trying to broaden people's perspective about living well in the modern world. And once in a while, and as much as I hate talking about food, once in a while I get drawn back into the discussion of food. This is one of those times. So, what I want to talk about today is the carnivore diet that is, all the rage, and it's out there. And so I'm going to talk about it a little bit. The carnivore diet, in case you don't know and can't guess, is all meat, nothing else. It's just all meat. So, couple things about this. And I just want to stress that this video is not about the ridiculousness of the carnivore diet, because it is science-based and whatever, but I have a problem with calling it, we're not carnivores, we're herbivores, biologically, everything. So I'm not going to even get into that because I'm going to do a little thought experiment today. It's all the rage. And I know that telling people what you want to hear is a moneymaker. I get it. It's just sad and kind of boring and cowardly, but I know why people do it, and chiropractors dole out nutrition advice, and so do very, very popular podcasters. I want to assume 2 things. One, and not even assume, I want to posit 2 things. It is obviously clear that you can be extremely healthy and happy and a stellar elite athlete and be 100% vegan. Now, vegan, there's no such thing as vegan diet, which I always say. Vegan means no animal products. But assuming you're eating the healthy version of vegan, whole plants, fiber, feeding the good gut bacteria, there's a ton of pro athletes in virtually every sport. So clearly, the idea that you can't be is ridiculous. Of course you can. That's already... Go look up any sport and look up NBA, NFL, ultra runners, swimmers, MMA, where I could go on. And just look up, of course there are, okay? So can you do that? Of course you can. So the idea of protein is a bunch of bullshit anyways. So why don't we just, I want to dispense of that nonsense just right away. You can do this. Are there carnivore people and keto people killing it in sports? Also true. Now, I would say I want to see them in 20 years from now, but not for this video. For this video, I'm going to say equally that it's also possible to be super healthy and happy and even a stellar elite athlete on a diet like the carnivore diet or the keto diet. But here's my question. So again, we're going to just start this out by saying equally possible on either one of those things. Healthy version of the vegan thing, or carnivore, keto, whatever, okay? High fat, high animal foods, okay? Both are high protein, by the way, but whatever. Okay, so we got this, okay. Assuming that both of those are equally possible, then here's my question. If they're both equally possible, you can do this one and kill it in your life, you can do this one and kill it in your life, why, and this is what confuses me ethically, and this is why this is not about food, this is a philosophy and ethics discussion. This is what confuses me. If they're both possible, why wouldn't you choose the less douchey of the two to do? If they're both possible to live well and be healthy for a long time, and I could argue against that, but whatever, why wouldn't you just do the thing that is better for the world, nicer, and not destroying our environment? Why wouldn't you just go, well, if they're equal, all things being equal, I can be healthy either one. Why wouldn't I do this better one? For all reasons, except potentially if you believe that this one tastes better. Okay, I don't agree, but whatever, okay. But is that enough of a reason to do something that is objectively shitty? And can't we just agree on that? I don't think anybody would disagree unless you just disregard anything, that this isn't the more brutal of the 2 things. They're both cause damage, by the way, but this one is so beyond. It's not nice either, period. It's not kind. So here's my bigger problem with this discussion of so-called discussion of food, because it isn't really about food, it's about ethics. And it's this. Somehow, in this world today, the carnivore keto thing is associated with strength and power and toughness, which is really weird to me, because it seems to me that living on principle, doing what is right, doing what is better ethically, is a stronger position. And if eating this way makes you feel tough, that's between you and your therapist. And I think you should go work that out. I really, really do. But assuming both are equal, you can spend a lot of time trying to discredit this, and I can spend a lot of time but assuming they're both possible, why wouldn't you do the thing that's nicer on every level and can taste great, or at least good enough to not cause a bunch of damage in the world? That's what makes me confused. Food is a distraction from this discussion. This really isn't about food. This is about how we behave in the world. And what I'm seeing in my limited exposure to social media, because I don't have any accounts, but even just watching YouTube, is somehow associating this kind of behavior with strength. And it's not strong. It's cowardly. It's easy. And it's just easy to draw people in and tell them what they want to hear, and it's like a thing, and it's not helping the world move ahead. What is actual strength here? What are we teaching our kids that actual strength is? Is it, or is it, I'm going to live on principle even if it's not the most popular thing? I'm going to do what I think is right, what I think is best for the world. That's a really hard thing to do every day, and it takes a lot of work to maintain strength to pull that off. This is easy. The carnivore keto thing's easy. It's the easiest thing. It's what we're all raised on. You don't challenge assumptions. You don't read the science. You just go on what you feel and what some jagoff on YouTube tells you to eat, and you just do that thing. Who's got big muscles? Okay, fine. But doing what's right is a whole nother world. It's hard work. It's the best work. It will make you happy. It will make you healthy, absolutely. But it'll also do really, really good things into the world and affect people in a very positive way. So that's why I'm talking about food, kind of. But again, in all the books I've had published, and all my podcast episodes, and these YouTube channels, and blog posts, strength is doing what is hard and right and principled. That's what strength is. Until we get that back, things ain't going our way.